Hey friend, I'm really excited for today's video because today is a Sonlight unboxing video. It is box day, and that means that I'm going to be showing you all of the contents of our purchase of Sonlight's preschool program. It is the fiction, fairy tales, and fun level of Sonlight Core T. I really know that I love to see what is in the box. I love to see what all of the curriculum includes up close, and so I hope today's video is helpful to you. If you have a child who is 3-4 years old or even a little bit older, then this core is for you, and I hope that you will keep watching. I'm Sarah of My Home, Your Home, Our Home. If this is your first time visiting with me today, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification because I have more Sonlight videos coming out soon. I have purchased all of their early childhood education curriculum programs. That means preschool, pre-K, and kindergarten, everything before elementary school. And I'm going to be showing you what is inside of all of those. Now, my family is bilingual and multicultural. My husband is from Brazil, I'm from the US, and we also live overseas in Asia. So we want curriculum that gives us a broad worldview of the whole world and gives us a biblical lens to look at the world. So this curriculum is our curriculum of choice, and I will make another video about how we're adjusting it to be truly bilingual for our family, but I do have some additions to this program rather than just all of the books that come with it. We've done a few exchanges and changes, tweaks to it. This program is excellent in and of itself. So I don't want to keep telling you all about it. Let me just show you what is in there. It's exciting. Okay, so first of all, I did maybe take a peek inside already. And so this is the instructor's guide. Every Sonlight core comes with an instructor's guide, an IG. And this is the saving grace of many, many homeschool moms and teachers. This is excellent. We bought this last year as we were planning to move overseas and preparing for all of that, and I also bought it used, so it is a little bit older. I did buy the instructor's guide new last year. Things might have been updated a little bit, but the instructor's guide was new, and there are reasons for that. I have all of that in my video about buying new versus used curriculum of Sonlight and the things you should consider, and I'll link that in here so you can watch it. We bought this part new and we bought the rest used, and I think it was a good choice to buy the instructor's guide. You can go to Sonlight's website and download a sample instructor's guide. I believe they give you the first several weeks of each level upon your request, and you can see more up close what is in there. I did bind this myself. It does not come spiral bound. I did this at Staples. It was really cheap. I did several of them together, and I think it was less than $20 to do several books spiral bound. So that to me was worth it. They also put a clear plastic cover on top so it's more protected. You can buy from Sonlight their instructor's guides in a binder, and I like that as well. But what I found with using those are really hefty. They're not great for traveling with, and because we live overseas, we had to travel with these. So this is a better option for sitting on my lap and being close at hand and fitting in our luggage. So if you're wanting to save on space too, this is a really good option. It doesn't have the tab, so that's something you have to consider. The navigation of each week is not going to be as simple unless you add your own tabs in, which is a solution. Okay, so this is preschool. It's ages 3 to 4. And it focuses on Bible, games, art, and songs. This is really like a fun intro to homeschool for little kids. And Sonlight just recently updated this with the help of a more Montessori-minded way of looking at early education. So that was really, I think, a good step for Sonlight. And I should say I'm not at all connected with Sonlight. I am not paid by them. I'm not an employee. I did not receive any of this for free. This is all my own opinion and my own thoughts. So you can take that as one mom to another. It has a list of all the books and tells you exactly when they start. Then You have some instructions before you start. Sonlight's really good about telling you what their philosophy is and their reasoning behind different choices and that kind of thing, and also warning you if a particular book is maybe something you'll want to preview ahead of time, because maybe some parents find some content troublesome or something like that. They just provide you with a lot of resources and Sonlight advisors who can answer your questions online. I will leave links to a lot of helpful resources in the description box below, as well as this curriculum itself. And I do have a discount code for anyone who wants to use it. I don't remember the specific amount of what the discount is, so I'm gonna just insert it right here. And when you use the code below, you can get that discount on your purchase. So you can check that out in the description box below if you're interested in buying from Sonlight. This is week 1, and so when you are doing their preschool program, you're going to have just 3 days a week. I believe that's still the same. It might change in the future, but you have 3 days a week of the program, and it's going to tell you exactly what you're going to read each day and which book. This is really truly open and go. You don't have to do much prep at all. Maybe for some activities you'll want to read those ahead of time so that you have it in your head what you're doing, but especially at this level, simple activities, that kind of thing, it's really open and go. And they have space at the bottom for writing your own notes if you want to, and then questions and answers and activities and suggested prayers and all kinds of things. I love that this is color now, because previous editions were black and white. There are also worksheets in here, and that's all I'm going to show you of inside, because you can download a sample for yourself on their website. So what else is in here? Let me show you the books. The first thing is the Family Time Bible. And we have several of these kids' Bibles written by Kenneth and Taylor, and we love the illustrations. We love that they're short and that they have good content. This one is also, it features short stories, beautiful pictures, all of that good stuff. I believe that's the only Bible this year, and we're thinking of combining this program with the Gentle and Classical curriculum, which has quite a few catechism things and that kind of stuff. So I will keep you updated about how that combination of these curriculums goes, but I think it could work really well together, because both of them focus on literature, but Gentle and Classical doesn't come with any books. So just taking some of the Bible parts of that, some nature walks, that kind of thing, and combining with Sonlight's literature, I think could be a really good fit together. Okay, the books. I believe this level is mostly just about fiction and fairy tales and having fun. So it's not like you're blatantly teaching history, but of course they're going to be picking up a few things. The books this year are treasures, like by Patricia Polacco, The Bee Tree. This is a classic. There's this one, which I bought separately from the rest of my used curriculum because it wasn't included in that, and it's A Big Quiet House. It's a folktale from Eastern Europe. I love that these books give a broad view of cultures in the world, because I want my kids to gain that, a broad world view, and how God's story involves the entire world. George and Martha, this is a collection, which a lot of these books are anthologies of children's books. And I like that, because usually when your kids like one book, they're going to want to pick up other ones of that same book. And so just having the whole collection, that's an introduction, just having the whole collection is helpful, because then your kids can just sit and look and look and look for hours. It is a bit heavier, so fitting this into our luggage is going to be a little bit more of a chore, but I think it's worth it. Okay, Go Dog Go, also a classic. And a lot of these books in Sonlight's philosophy, I believe, are to introduce kids to the beauties of language, which I appreciate, especially as a bilingual mom. And so they're going to be a lot of literary classics, a lot of rhymes, and beautiful language. And Sonlight does a great job of picking that out for their programs, so I appreciate that a lot. Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales. This one's beautiful. It has also big illustrations, which I like, especially for fairy tales. The HarperCollins Treasury Picture Book Big Classics. This has, I don't know how many picture books. It has like a picture on the back of a lot. And things like Goodnight Moon, Harold and the Purple Crayon, Baby Says, lots of classics if you give a mouse a cookie. lots of enjoyable things. It is huge. It is heavy. Horton Hatches, The Egg, Good Dr. Seuss book, Ian and the Gigantic Leafy Obstacle. There, I got it. This is a missionary book, and I love that they include missionary stories. Last Stop on Market Street. This is like a modern classic. I'm excited to read this because I haven't yet, but I've heard really good things. Make Way for McCloskey. Blueberries for Sal, one of our favorites. These literary classics are ones that maybe you wouldn't pick up so often from the library unless you've had experience with them, and once you've read them, you don't forget them. They have such good language. The illustrations are beautiful. The language is beautiful. It's a classic keeper. Another classic, Mike Mulligan and More. So it's going to have the steam shovel. It's going to have the little house. This is a Mother Goose collection, and looking inside, it has beautiful pictures. I like this one. I bought it used again. And Nana Upstairs, Nana Downstairs. This is a book about dealing with grief, which I think is important for dealing with, especially for international kids, teaching them what it is, naming it for them, and then also how we deal with it, and that there's hope. Noah's Ark. This is a picture book. I will just give you a preview a little bit of how we plan on using this as a bilingual family. It has no words. So that makes it great because though it has no words, we can narrate in whatever language we choose. Also, we can, it does have some words. At the very beginning, it has a few words. Okay, so we can translate those. But because it doesn't have any words, my boys aren't reading it, that doesn't really matter. They can narrate the stories to me. We can name different vocabulary objects in either language, both languages, and just enjoy this in whatever language we choose. Our Animal Friends, I have never read this book before either, but it looks beautiful. My boys love Richard Gere. We have several of his books, and this is What Do People Do All Day? And then last in our box is the Tall Book of Nursery Tales. Okay, that is everything that is in our box, and I'll make a different video all about what we're adding to this to make it more bilingual and future plans for this curriculum. But that is all for this unboxing video. Thanks so much for joining me today. I will see you in my next video, and if you haven't yet checked out my video about buying Sonlight new versus used, I'll link that here, and also a playlist all about homeschooling and bilingual homeschooling. Nice to chat with you guys. See you next time. Love you. Ciao.